Here's an interesting headline out of Charleston. Worker suffers leg pain after crane drops 800-pound ball on his head. And my head's fine. It's my leg that's killing me. You know, you have to think about this one, but I thought it was interesting. Asian Americans working hard to shatter workaholic stereotypes. You must work harder. What is this one here? Oh, here you go. I know. You know, I have tried to do this. This is so hard, Kev. I know you've worked hard too. Removing odor from hog manure, not easy. I mean, how many times?
That's a rough one, Jay.
You know, I enjoy the hog manure. It's just the smell, the hog manure. You know, you love having it around the house. It's just the smell. How can you have manure without that smell? And of course, hopefully. You know, Zaki Farms always advertises that the stuff is fresh. Look at this. Smoked dinosaur wings? What is that? You know, could you think up a worse name for this product? And I guess this is the real name. It's Kroger Rat Trap Cheddar Cheese. Is that really the best? There you go. There's the weather forecast. Sunny, but maybe not. Ah, here's a house in Desert Hot Springs. Look at new 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a nice neighborhood. Looks like a great neighborhood, doesn't it? Yeah, look at that. Just, you know, if you can get past the obscenities written all over the house and the boarded up windows, a beautiful neighborhood, really. I think the Crack family lived here earlier. Kev, I saw I cut this one out especially for you. There's 15 pot plants, $100.
Thank you, Jay. Good looking out, man.
Here's the kind of guarantee I like. You want to go on a diet? Always get a guarantee when you go on a diet. Lose 6 to 20 inches guaranteed. Will not come back unless you gain weight. Now, should you gain weight? Well, it's null and void. I'm not sure. I think this is J.C. Penney. I'm not sure what it is. I just thought this was so odd. These are some lovely sweaters. And look at the colors they come in. Ivory, black, lipstick red, and look at the bottom one. Go down the bottom. Bordello blue. Why, Susan, you look like a whore. Thank you. It's Bordello blue. I thought you looked especially trampy tonight. Well, yes, I'm wearing my Bordello blue sweater from JCPenney. You know, I'm sorry. I think this dentist is perhaps padding the issue. Stop hiding your smile. Now look at the before teeth. Is anybody's teeth? I mean, please, I'm sorry. No, I think you have some bigger problem. Probably there's a tourniquet around your neck if your teeth are turning green. Here you go. Sun could be to blame for global warming. You know, we could get a couple of hydrogen bombs and just blow it out of there. Folks, I don't know if this one will even show up. I thought this was the dumbest product. Hear better without a hearing aid. You know, hearing aids are so annoying. Why wear hearing aids when you can wear an attractive device like this? Look at It says, like eyeglasses for your ear. They are sound enhancers. People won't even know you're wearing it. Here you go. Here's a lovely item. What better way to celebrate Christmas? There's the Fish Angel Tree Topper. It's a... well, truly the spirit of Christmas. And of course, after 3 days, what's that fish angel? What does a fish have to do with a tree? Why would you dress a fish? An angel I can understand, or the fish. Speaking of that, you ever heard of this? It's Captain D's seafood chocolate cake. See, that's what you do with your fish angel after you're through with it. You put it in the Christmas cake. Oh, it's delicious. You know, I'm sure there's very good food here, and the owner can't understand why people aren't coming to his restaurant. Hey, honey, you want to go down to the Pukey Seafood Restaurant? That's the Pukey Seafood Restaurant. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I hear the food is really pukey down there. Here's the strangest ad I've ever seen. Person needed to help make cows into hamburger. Cow walks in whole, goes out in pieces. Oh, lunch break. Oh. All right, get back to work, Johnson. All right. For sale is the Shul Kuhn Cemetery. Look at hurry in. Look at buy your look. Hurry in and beat the winter rush. You see. You know, folks, you want to try and be dead and in the ground before the ground freezes over, because then now you got to wait till spring. I thought this was interesting. It says, the bride is the daughter of David and Sharon Akers of Grand Prairie. The bridegroom is the son of David and Sharon Akers of Grand Prairie. Just a little more information than I want to know. Here's a book you can send away for. It gives you all these little helpful things. I like the one that I've underlined there. It says, skin caught in zipper, quick fix. Now, now you know any guy that's going to go out and wait 6 or 8 weeks for delivery? Okay, here you go. Here's, here's a man with a tremendous amount of control and a woman with a very strong arm. It's the Sydney Dance Company. I would go to see that number. Yeah. And if you know anything at all about ballet, you know which particular one that was. All right. That's all the time we have. All right, folks, if you have it, time for brand new headlines. I tell you, these people down in Tallahassee, Florida, they don't miss a trick. I guess they had trouble with prisoners escaping. Sure, what happens when you put your mind to a problem. Look at this. State prisons to replace easy-to-open lock. I got a theory, Warden, and it's just a theory. Boy, here is a real political headline. Look at that. Gore denies wrongdoing, vows he'll never do it again. You know, for a while there, we were building small cars. You know, those cars are getting bigger, these big 4x4s. Now, here's proof. Can you get a shot of that? There's the 97 Lincoln Townhouse. Look at that. I mean, that is a huge car. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. It's a Lincoln Townhouse. It's a huge automobile. Huge thing. I am not familiar with this particular mobile home. It's a 28-foot Winnebago. There you go, the Winnebago. Please, do not confuse that with the better-built Winnebago, please. And, of course, with Passover, what a perfect time. 25 cents off seasoned brand ham for Passover. It's not the ham for Passover there. This place is holding a Halloween masquerade ball October 29th. Look at that. Sorry, no masks permitted. Well, you can see why. Well, that'll just be a lot of fun, won't it? This is what I love. This is the kind of ad I like. Look at this. It's the cool neck collar. Soak in water to activate. Can be reused just by re-soaking. Yeah, I think that's called a wet rag. Hello. It's just a wet rag. I like, look, it can be reactivated by putting it in water. You don't get it wet, you reactivate it, you see. It's a wet rag, you idiot. Here you go. Lighted magnifier lets you work up close without eye strain. I guess that's true if you're on the right side of it. Hey, idiot! Hey, pinhead! Hey, this thing doesn't work at all. Now this says, new science fiction series from Gene Roddenberry, you know, the man who wrote Star Trek. Look down at the caption. Gene Roddenberry apparently wrote this series pilot before he died. See, they thought he had written it after he passed away, but recent checks show it must have been written before he died. Here you go. City police move into new building designed for them. Millboro policeman Art Watkins tends to business. Look at the police moving in. Aren't those cases of beer? Here is percentage of snow in El Nino winters. Look at this. Chicago's average annual snowfall would be great if that wasn't Toledo. I believe Chicago's on the other side of the lake. Hello? Hello? Here's a lovely home. Here's a lovely home. It's the former Woolworth Country Estate in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. 4 major buildings, maintenance, building rehabilitation, situated among 44 acres of lard. Folks, if you want to live off the fat of the land, this is the place to do it. Imagine a home, 44 acres of lard. Now, Kev, you know I love music. You know music is my life.
Of course.
I saw this ad for the most romantic love songs of the 50s. And I'm thinking, 40 original hits. What would 40 love songs? Now, they start off loves. Tennessee Waltz, that's a pretty good love song. Memories Are Made of This, Dean Martin. The songs get a little less loving. Look at this one down here. 16 Tons by... You load 16 tons. Oh, who didn't fall in love by that song? Is that really a love song? Another Day Older and Deeper in Debt? Oh, what a love song that is. 16 Tons. There is a Brenda Dykegraph dual-action skier exerciser will trade for 2 large pizzas. You know, how stupid are people? How big an idiot do you have to believe this moronic ad? As seen on TV, wash away pounds and inches with the amazing seaweed weight loss soap. Look. Slim down. Look what it says. Lather penetrates the skin to break up fat globules. Slim down. Look, it's tested on TV's hard copy. Well, what could be more? Wash away soap. What an idiot. Probably have to eat this soap. Oh, here's another one. Here's another weight loss one. Look at this. I like their ad. Lose all your weight. Only $49. That would be... You know, I don't want to lose all my weight. I mean, I think that would be death, wouldn't it? Lose all your weight? You know, lost and found. Look at this, lost and found. Look at this guy found. Steak in my dog's mouth. Please identify the cut. All right. Well, Tacoma, Washington must be very proud. Look at this headline. Tacoma's SAT scores soar as they reach the U.S. average. Wow. Let me tell you something. Our best kids are average now. And finally, let's get this one last one here. You can tell an Italian came up with this. It's the Italian terracotta garlic roaster. Now, what do you think? What do you think that Italian guy was thinking about when he came up with this? Folks, it's Monday night. Time for headlines. Kev, you might want to think about going to this.
What's that?
The booty reunion hell.
Booty reunion, huh? I'm there, Jay.
Booty family getting together. Tax on Vice President Al Gore leads the discussion. I like he launched a nationwide teen anti-smiling campaign. Well, look at this poor little girl. This poor little girl wrote a letter to the President of the United States addressed at Mr. William Clinton, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. The post office said, sorry, moved, no forwarding address. Wow. Oh, man. Look how poor kid. I love house ads. I love it. Here's ERA. They look, we'll show you homes while the owners are sleeping. I think that's called burglary, isn't it? I like this house here. New Edition offers homes with gates. You know, a gate is great unless you have a fence to go with it. Hello? Here's an ad for a bank. It says, need quick cash? We have 6 locations. Is the guy with a gun really the best? You know, if you got the gun, why even go to the bank? Now, as an Italian-American, I take umbrage with this one. This is made with, see, they said it's made with Italian leather, and look, seats the whole mob. Hey, what's that? Oh, this made me laugh. I don't know why it says Rister, the digital board game for 2 to 4 players. No, but look what it says in the tiny caption. Any similarity between Whister and Milton Bradley's game of Twister purely coincidental. How can you even confuse the two? I like this one. Here's a new game of strategy. Yeah, that looks like a real game of strategy, doesn't it? Oh, man. Hours planning your next move. Here's the creepiest ad I have seen in a long time. 3 bodies and 1 head laying along a roadside. Please call to identify. Look at that. Here's another bizarre ad. Warplane technology removes your unwanted hair. Okay. Let me tell you something. If your hair is so bad that you need warplane technology, I think you got worse problems. Free 4-year-old female cat, black, white, declawed look, and neutered owner. So, you know, you don't have to worry. You know, don't have to worry about the guy attacking you when you get over there. You say, no, I've been neutered. Here's the sheriff's report. 1232 report of an indecent exposure at a trailer park. Caller stated woman was wearing a thong bikini and didn't have the body to go with it. Here's Allen Brothers recipe of the month, rump roast. It's from the, go down there, Ellen. It's from the Allen Brothers mortuary. I'd be a little suspicious. Where'd you guys get this rump roast anyway? I don't even think I have to say anything here. This woman sent me this. This is for Senecott laxative. She called her doctor. The doctor recommended you know, it's very important that you get the instructions correct when giving out something like a laxative. Look what the doctor told her to do. Take 1 or 2 tablets in each nostril twice daily. Now, you don't know how bad that runny nose is. Oh, my God. This seems like it would work. We got a couple here. I like this one. Pressure washing by George. Houses, decks, boats. Ask for Mike. And we got some weddings. There's the fine lovin' wedding. There's the wily Romeo wedding. Okay. Picking up speed slowly. There's the sleigh bell wedding. There's the hefty breed wedding. There's the smoker high wedding. There's the wild feely wedding. There's the, I kind of like this one. There's the freshwater hiney wedding. Got a freshwater hiney. Yeah. There's the little and large wedding. For their sake, I hope it's the right way around. There's the Burns-Peters wedding. And of course, finally, the Jabin Payne wedding. Folks, we got a headline. We need them. Here is the Tonight Show. JayLeno, 3000 West Alameda Avenue, Burbank, California, 91523. You can find all of our headlines and other Tonight Show stuff at NBC.com.